English shorthand, high speed, 160 words per minute. Book code HS-1 of National Shorthand School Vizag, passage number 2. Please get ready, start. I am very happy to be here in your midst this evening. At the outset, I must congratulate you all on your selection to the administrative service and also on the excellent training that is being imparted to you here, so that you can take your rightful place in the administration of our beloved country. In the pre-independence days, the task of an administrator in India was considerably limited, and his primary and major role was only to see that law and order was maintained and that revenue was collected properly, and scarcely any attention was paid to the requirements of the vast millions of people of this country. Of course, the very structure of the bureaucracy was then designed to meet only those limited purposes. With the change from colonialism to democracy, there has been a fundamental and remarkable change in the nature and functions of the state. From a police state, it becomes a welfare state. The magnitude and complexity of the role of an administrator has naturally undergone a tremendous change. Today, he has to cover the entire gamut of activities in the life of the nation. In the implementation of the developmental and ameliorative activities, he has to play a very crucial and pivotal role. The policies enunciated, however laudable, can get diluted considerably if their implementation is not effective, or if the administrator lacks dedication and sincerity of purpose. In this connection, I would very much like to lay stress on the fact that the approach of administrators of today should undergo a radical change. It is time that they gave up the old attitude of the bureaucracy of being high and mighty. They have to identify themselves with the people. They have to live with them, understand their problems, and try to offer solutions to their problems. Though it is unfortunate that in some respects the old approach of the administrative system still lingers on, I am sure that the administration will soon reflect the hopes and aspirations of the common people and will be imbued with the spirit of human approach to all problems. I would wish them to understand that behind every file that comes to them is a human problem, and it has to be dealt with sympathy, sensitivity, and understanding. When I refer to the need for change of the attitude of the administrators, I am fully aware that even in developed countries, there is a rethinking of the role of the administration, and there is a constant effort to modify the same to suit the ever-changing requirements of the people. So, in developing countries like India, where changes have to be effected on a massive scale within a shorter span of time, the immensity of the task of the administrators is all the more greater. In the stupendous task of nation building, the government is expected to be the major instrument and agent of social and economic transformation. So, in this context, as the government has to depend on the public services, the organization of the public services assumes great importance. So, I would very much like you to have this aspect of the matter in mind and try to adapt yourselves to the changing pattern of a democratic country during the last 15 years. I have seen the working of a number of young and energetic members of the administrative and other services, and the devotion with which they involve themselves in their work is really magnificent and praiseworthy. Some of them posted in the relatively backward districts of different regions have earned the goodwill and respect of the people they serve, and it is to them the people owe all the progress that has been made in those regions. We want more and more of young men with total devotion, dedication, and who have integrity, sense of purpose, and zeal. I always believe that, however beneficial and laudable a scheme might be in principle, its successful realization is possible only if the persons who are responsible for the implementation have the necessary spirit of service and involvement. Now, let me pass on to another aspect, namely the duties of the politicians and the administrators. Each has a distinct duty to perform. In the present political atmosphere, neither the politician nor the administrator can ever claim to possess the quintessence of all knowledge, wisdom, and experience for the efficient and effective functioning of the government. We should draw from the politician sagacity and zeal to obtain quick and beneficial results. Likewise, we should draw from the administrator intimate knowledge, rich experience, and ability of executing policies and programs. A close and harmonious relationship should exist between the ministers on the one hand and the secretaries on the other.